Welcome back, everyone! This is Jarenitis bringing you Feed the Beast 1.6. Today we are starting on episode 107. Look! The server's back! After the end of last episode. Honeycomb Hideout did move up its next step. It did. I just had to do a full server reset. Or I had to have Max do a full server reset anyway. Fun little side note. A mistake that was made. The apiaries, or the alvearies, I reformed them. Okay? When I reformed them, they were empty. All of the bees that were in them are gone. They have been lost to the ages, alas. So we still have these frames in the housings, because that stayed the same. But apparently when I unformed the alvearies, when they moved, it reset the multi-blocks, and because of that, all of the bees that were in there were lost. So that's actually not so great. Because they're making all the stuff that's powering my base. You know, my base is being powered by the refined bees, and now I have no refined bees. So that's a problem. It's not going to be a problem that's going to be hard to solve. That's one of the plus sides here. Breaking these down again because we are going to get ready to, as long as we're doing this, let's go ahead and finish the move, right? So the thing is, I have plenty of drones. So let me finish breaking these down, and we'll walk over here, and I'll show you what I mean. I think I have plenty of drones. I would assume I have plenty of drones. I actually didn't go check. I feel nervous all of a sudden for not having checked. That's okay. This will just take a second. So basically, I had this set up so that we were getting all kinds of drones made. And that's all well and good. Now, the drones themselves were being liquefied, producing liquid DNA, just in case I ever needed it again. And for a fun little side thing that I was thinking about doing, but I'm not sure if I will or not. So I think we filled the tank, and we should have more bees in here, so let's take a look. Refined bees. Yes, we have 9,645 refined drones. So, yeah, not so much of a worry. And we have 15,000 impregnated frames. So, yeah, that won't be an issue. Alright, cool. So, now that we've broken all these multi-blocks again, and by the way, this stuff is all still working, this right here actually is a problem. Okay? The transvector interfaces that I'm using to move the stuff from the squeezers and so on, these transvector interfaces were bound to the blocks at a specific location. Well, when I moved everything, that location stayed the same. However, the block that it was bound to moved. So basically, the transvector interface here was then bound not to this block, but to wherever this block used to occupy. In this case, this transvector interface, being 2 blocks lower, would be bound to this fluiduct. Okay, so it wasn't actually going to do any good. I went ahead and corrected that real quick, but then I realized that it didn't matter because my bees were not running. As you can see, there are a couple of bees still running, and they actually are still working. This is all still functioning as it would normally, but all the refined bees are now gone. So, yeah, that's kind of a thing. It's kind of bad. But anyway, that's okay. It's okay. We can work with this still. Basically, what we're going to do... Ooh, I need to get rid of that. Let me... Because those are generating butterflies, and I really don't need any more butterflies, and I'm not breeding these trees anymore, so let's do this real quick. So anyway, things we're doing. Right, so we're gonna continue with last episode's theme. I was gonna say yesterday's theme. We're gonna continue with last episode's theme, and we're going to play David Copperfield, and we're going to make Honeycomb Hideout disappear. Okay, so... Good lord, that's a lot of nuts. Yeah, because I have a magnet going. Alright, cool. So let's get rid of this. This, 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 and that's it. Until something else jumps out and grabs me. Alright, so one of the things we have to do is decide where we want Honeycomb Hideout to be. Okay, as long as it's anywhere away from here, that would be fine. I considered moving Honeycomb Hideout in the same dimension and just moving it like 500 blocks this way or 500 blocks that way. And realistically, that's probably the best option. You can move it across dimensions. It actually doesn't matter. You can you can move it. I moved it 2 spaces up. I could just as easily, well, not necessarily just as easily, but I could have just as well moved it 20 spaces that way. So in order to understand this, I'll show you guys what I'm talking about, and then we will have to choose where we're going to put Honeycomb Hideout, because it needs to go away from here, but where exactly do we want it to go? Well, we'll get into that here in just a minute. In the meantime, I'm going to show you how to go ahead and get ready to move things. In the modular force field system, one of the things that you can make is a blank card. Okay, we're going to go ahead and make a couple of these. It's steel surrounded by paper. We should have all of that, no problem. We're going to need multiples of these, specifically 2 of them, because we need a link card. ID card, infinite power card. Yeah, let's get an ID. Let's get an infinite power card. Creative mode only. What we're going to need is a link card. Okay, see, it says right-clicking the link card on a block will create a link to that specific position. Okay, this requires a piece of redstone and the 2 blank cards that we just made. Okay, so basically, what we're going to be doing is using this link card to link ourselves to a different location, and that is going to be where we're going to put Honeycomb Hideout. Okay, so basically the way this works is right now, if we look in here at the force manipulator, it says that it's moving up. Okay, and it takes 1 second at 44.96 kiloliters to move up. Okay, and that's not a big thing to worry about. Ooh, now that is something I want to do. But while I'm talking about this, let's do this. We're going to change this to where it's not going to move up anymore. As a matter of fact, let me just show you this real quick. Let's say we're going to move this. We're going to right-click right here. Okay, so it's linked with -64, 70, 497, a grass block. So now if we go back over here, whoops, dadgummit. Don't right-click with a card. I have a tendency to do that. So now if we take this link card and we put it here, it's not saying, it's still saying up. It's not supposed to still say up. It's supposed to say where it's going. Anyway, it's linked to a different block. It says it's going to take 23 seconds to move it over there at still 44 kiloliters. That doesn't make sense. This isn't right. What's going on here? It says it's unnamed. Linked with this block. Huh, it usually says it's linked specifically. That's odd. Well, anyway, basically you link it to a specific thing and it says how long it's going to take and how much power it's going to take to do so. And we're going to do that. We're going to choose a place for Honeycomb Hideout to go. But before we do that, we need to do a couple of things. Dadgummit. Alright, so right now it shows that we have 500 kiloliters is the total that this can hold. Now, when we're going to move this, the further you move it, the more power it takes, and the longer it takes for the move to take place, okay? So 500 kiloliters is not going to be enough, okay? So we want this to be able to hold more power, and we also want it to be able to move that power faster, okay? So we're going to go ahead over here, we're going to make a couple more upgrades. Alright, and the upgrade we're going to make is the capacity upgrade. Where is the capacity upgrade? Is that it? Yes, capacity module. Okay, it increases it by 10 liters per capacity module. Okay, and wow, that's 10 liters is not a lot considering what it needs. But that's okay. I've got plenty of stuff here, so we can go ahead and make as many of these as we want. Ah, crap, I knew it was going to do that. Thankfully, we have a lot of extras of these, so we'll just grab a bunch of these, and we'll do this again. Alright, so capacity module. Oh, that's right, because once you put it in there, I don't know why I took all these extras. Alright, so now we have 64 capacity modules, so that's going to add an extra 640 liters to that capacity of the force manipulator, okay? Now, that's all well and good, but one of the other things is a speed upgrade. Because right now we're filling it, but it's filling so horribly slow. And it's going to be using it a lot faster than it's going to be filling it. So we need to try to get it to fill faster. Okay, so let's see. Where is the speed upgrade? Is that it? Yes, it is. Alright, cool. So this is just simply the focus matrices and some redstone. And we should have plenty of that. Except for the force. Okay, I was about to say, if I run out of redstone. There's actually a decent chance that I will run out of redstone, because whereas I am generating a whole bunch of redstone, I'm actually not processing it yet. We never got into that. And I considered not even showing you guys a processing kind of thing, but wow, these speed upgrades take a lot to make. Well, let's see how fast we can change this with 28 speed upgrades. Let's go out here and put these speed upgrades and capacity upgrades in and see how much we're actually going to increase the speed at which this charges. Because it's going to have to be a lot, because we're going to be moving Honeycomb Hideout quite a ways away. So let's see, capacity modules, go. That only brought it up to 820. That doesn't make sense. From 500 to 820 at 10 liters increases the capacity of a device. Yeah. From 500 to 820. Let's see what happens if we put it in the capacitor. Oh, that makes this hold quite a bit more. But, well, no. Well, yeah, we'll leave it here. Oops, that's not what I wanted to do. Oh, it does do that. Okay, whatever. Anyway, don't ask. I don't know. All right, so 45 kiloliters per second. We're going to go ahead and add one speed upgrade. And it's making it drain it faster? No, we don't want it to drain it faster. No, wrong thing. Speed upgrades go over here. Speed upgrades go here. Transmission rate is 5 kiloliters per second. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Sweet! So that is making this transmit these things a lot faster. Let's go ahead and knock this up to 10. And that makes it 15 kiloliters per second being transmitted. And over here, we should be able to also upgrade this. And this should make this... Yep, see, it's transferring, it's making power at 5 kiloliters per second. Now it's at 6. Take this up to 10. And now it's making 11 kiloliters per second. So 11 kiloliters per second being generated, transferred over here. This is transferring at 15, so we can actually bring this up even higher. Let's bring this up to close enough to 15 as we can. Actually, we can put it on exactly 15. That's pretty cool. Oh, wait. No, there we go. So, excuse me. Hello. Thank you. 15. So there we go. 15 kiloliters per second being transferred. 15 kiloliters per second being sent. So now everything should be moving faster. Okay, and as you can see here, we're basically at the same pace because it's barely moving in any direction. We're losing a little bit of power from here because the speed upgrades make it take a little bit of extra power. It's not actually transferring any differently, it's just using some power because I have it being sped up. Alright, so that should work. So yeah, that's good. Now we can make this all function better. This is still going to take 45 kiloliters per second, and well, let's scout out a place. Let's choose where we're going to put Honeycomb Hideout. Realistically, another dimension would be best, but I think, oh no, I would have to find a good field. A good field. I could go, well, as long as we stay in a cherry biome. No, you know what? I don't want to. We're going to go across dimensions. By God, if we're going to do it, we're going to go big. Why not? Alright, let me see. I want to grab an alveary, or an apiary real quick. I love the way that doesn't load. Alright, let me grab an extra apiary just to make sure that where we're going to choose is going to be normal. Okay, we don't have an apiary there. I know we have them. Should be in this ME system over here. No, not up there. There we go. One extra apiary. All right, so we can create a new dimension and have it be there that we put this. But instead, I think we're going to go ahead and use the mining age dimension. The stable mining age, I believe, is going to be a normal biome. No queen. There we go. Temperature, normal. Humidity, normal. Okay, good. So this is definitely going to be an okay place to put this. And, okay, that was strange. It, like, ran away from me. Alright, so basically what we need to do is choose a place outside of where I've already mined all this stuff. And somewhere I can actually have it be semi-pretty, and there needs to be nothing overhead. So let's just go out this way, away from all that noise over there. This looks like a pretty good spot, other than the obelisks that are around. No, that's not going to work either. Uh-oh. What? Okay, there we go. I think I was trying to move around too fast. Let's see. I need a good open spot where it doesn't have a whole bunch of junk in the way. This should work. This should work rather well. Alright, cool. So we're going to go ahead and clear a spot here. And we're going to place... Let's go 2 blocks up just to be safe, because I'm not sure exactly vertically how this is going to land. So we're going to go ahead and place this 2 blocks up, and we're going to link this card right here. Okay, so it is now linked to this spot in this dimension. We're going to go ahead and break these down to make sure that it doesn't get in the way, and we're going to go back to the portal out. Okay, ooh, wait a minute. Where did I link that to? Well, let's... Oh, man, did I just do that? I forgot to make a marker where it was going to be. Okay, well, we will remark it as right here. This looks like a good enough spot. Let's try this again. Okay, remarked right there. And we're going to mark this as new Honeycomb Hideout. Alright, good. Now when it comes to... Oh, look, a village. Cool. Alright, so now when it comes time to actually come back to where it's teleporting to, it would actually, you know, be in a place where I can go find. Oh, I almost forgot. I almost forgot and made a horribly stupid mistake. That is not where the book is. Did I just get lost in my own dimension? No, okay, there we go. Why is that marked as out over there? That is not where out is. Now, either way. Okay, so one of the other things that you will do to crash your server or your single-player game, which I'm going to do it anyway. It's going to crash anyway. But hopefully it will make the move and still crash. Okay, so the one thing we're going to need is a chunk loader. If we do not... Dang it. If we don't chunk load the area that we are going to teleport to, it will try to teleport it, and then it will just it'll just crash you because it's going to try to teleport to a place that isn't loaded, and therefore it's going to be, you know, it's basically going to try to go somewhere it can't go. And instead of just making that noise of, hey, I can't go there, it will actually just crash everything. So in an effort not to do that, let's go over here and chunk load this area. And we're going to put this in this tree right here. And we're going to go ahead and, why not, we'll set it to the maximum size just because we can do the tweaking on that later. Alright, so let's go over here. And out is not out. I gotta fix that. Alright, so now the area that's going to teleport to is loaded. And so now we should be able to go out here. And we're going to put this link card in the force manipulator. Hey, no raining here. It's not allowed. Thank you. Alright, cool. So now we're going to put this in here. And it's going to say, It's going to take 916 seconds. That's a long time. 916 seconds. Okay, 916 seconds at 45.6 kiloliters per second. All right, so that's actually a long time. Now you know you're getting it right because instead of going up, it's showing the spinning motion. The spinning motion means that it's going to be teleporting. Okay, teleporting is just, it does the spinny thing to show you it's going to be teleporting. Okay, so at 45 kiloliters per second, at 916 seconds, we're not making enough for that. So we need to get up to more close to 45 kiloliters per second. And this is where last episode we made extra capacitors and extra generators. What were they called? They were called crud. I don't remember the name. Coercion drivers and capacitors. So we got extra coercion drivers, and we also have extra capacitors. So we're going to go ahead and use these to boost this system. That way we will be able to charge this stuff fast enough. Now that's one of the fun parts about this. We can actually add all of, whoops, that one's not the right spot. We can actually add all of these. Oops, I put my wrench away. We can actually add all of these at the same spot. Quit. What are you doing? Okay, apparently having that do the whole spinny thing is causing a good bit of lag, so whatever. Alright, so we're adding all of these. These are all activated, and they're all transmitting power at a rate of 5 kiloliters per second. So that's adding an extra 5, 10, 15, 20 kiloliters per second being transmitted over to here. Okay, but over to here, well, that's just going to make this stay full faster. This is still only transferring at 15 kiloliters per second. Okay, so what we want to do is add extra capacitors. I think this is going to work. This is going to work, isn't it? Yeah, so now they're all transferring into this thing, so we're now getting this transferred at a faster rate. Okay, first off, you stop. I don't need to see that, and that will stop the lag issue of those blocks constantly flying around. Sweet. Alright, so now, in theory, since we're putting all of these to use, so now this thing should be charging at an excessively fast rate. Why is it going down? Why is it going down? It shouldn't be going down. I'm not using any yet. I haven't activated it. What's going on? This is going up. Up. Basically maintaining the same. Up. And up. But this is going down. I don't understand. This shouldn't be... What's going on? Okay, is it because... No, it's not because of this. Let's take this out. Out of 500. No, that's still the same. That's kind of strange. This should be going up really fast, not going down. Maybe because I have so many things going to it at the same time. Let's take out that one and this one and see what it has to say about it now. We're going back up. Hey, now we're going up. I don't know why that is. It's kind of strange. Alright, good. So we're going up at a really fast rate. So let's go ahead and... oh boy, this is going to be interesting. And nothing's happening yet. Maybe because the... Oh, there we go. Flip it back to on. Oh, it says no. Why does it say no? Why does it say no? Okay. What's the problem? Okay, let's take this out of here for a second so we can see. It's still showing that it's moving that. We moved it already. I wonder if it's just not capable of moving it that far? No, it shouldn't be the case. That's not a problem there. Is it that there's something in the way where I'm moving it to? It could be. It could be that the area I'm moving it to is not clear enough. Let's see about that. I don't think it would know that difference. But let me go over here. Let me see if I can figure out what's going on, and we'll be back. Well, you know what? No. Well, yeah, we'll be back in just a minute, because otherwise we're not going to get this moved this episode either. So be back in just a minute. Alrighty, I'm not sure exactly what the problem was. I believe that it was showing there to be something on the other side that was blocking. I went to the other side, cleared out a couple of things, moved the chunk loader a little bit, and now, in theory, we are working. It's showing 900 and oh wow, we ran out of power suddenly? How did, what, how, but it, did we seriously just lose power that fast? Okay, let's watch this for a second. It should activate here in a second, and wow, it just sucked the power dry. That could be a problem. Yeah. Let me see if I can do something about this. Be right back. Alrighty, we're back, and I've got this going. You don't even want to know what it took to get this going. It's actually horribly ridiculous. But we are down to 41 seconds to go. We are going to get out of this and move over here. Yeah, so this is going to crash the server. There's just no question. It's going to crash it. Okay. The question is, when it crashes it, when it comes back up, will Honeycomb Hideout be moved? That is the question. Okay. So 40 seconds left. As you can see, we had to do a couple of little things here. It's actually amazingly ridiculous what it took to get this thing to keep the power up. It's actually quite crazy as to what it took. But yeah, basically what I wound up doing was I wound up first off, I added capacity upgrades. Oh, it must have reached the end of its time because I can't access anything. Anyway, I added 6 stacks of capacity upgrades, and that brought it up to 2.42 megaliters, I think it was, ML with a big M, so megaliters. It drained that in less than a minute. So what I wound up having to do was each one of these capacitors has a 64 speed upgrades. Hey, look! Holy crap, the server didn't crash! Honeycomb Hideout's gone! Wow, look at that! It's gone! The server didn't crash? How could it not have crashed? It crashed before! Oh my god, look at that! That's amazing! Oh. And now I can't access anything again. Maybe the server did crash. But, oh, there it goes! I was wondering, hey, Honeycomb Hideout disappeared from this side, so give me a minute to see about what's going on with the server. Let's see if I can get it back up and see what's on the other side. Be back. Alright, here we go. We got the server back online. Let's join in and see what happens. This could be interesting. And okay, we're here. This stuff is going. That's good. We can probably kill this. Well, you know what? I'm not gonna. Well, yeah. Let's do this just to stop all this light show. No longer needing that. All right. Well, as we saw before, Honeycomb Hideout is no more. It is gone. So let us go across to the other side and hopefully go find Honeycomb Hideout there. Now, it's possible that we will crash again as soon as I go through to check on Honeycomb Hideout because it may or may not be there. We will find out when we get here. Come on, babe. Now, it's going to be too high in the air. Obviously, we already knew that. But if it's here. If it's here. Come on, be here. Be here. Look, there it is. It's not exactly the rotation I would have preferred, but still, it's actually here. Honeycomb Hideout is now in the mining dimension. How cool is that? Of course, now it looks kind of crappy. Realistically, I need to move it down. I need to clear out underneath it 3 blocks and move it down 6 blocks to make it look correct. And I may or may not do that. I would have to seriously do some thinking on that. Let's go ahead and reform these multi-blocks. Stop hitting me, you stupid bees. It's awesome. I can't believe this actually worked. And all it did was crash the server for a second. It didn't even re-crash the server. I really and truthfully expected it to re-crash the server. Like, repeatedly. So the fun part about this now is that I can just... I have to fix the bees, obviously, because right now we have refined bees that are not being refining. But the point is, now all I really need to do is go back over here. Where's my transvector binder? I think I put it away. Yes, okay. So now we should be able to take the transvector binder, bind this back to this machine, bind this back to this machine, and that back to that machine. And now this should all be going. Excellent. These seem to be functioning. Or is it? I'm not seeing oil being drained out of this. That's not good. Let's see. Well, before we do anything else, obviously we need to check here. We're going to need a whole bunch of... You know what? I don't need these other things with me right now. Let's send them back because we don't need any of this stuff to be bothering me. I'm going to need all the inventory space I can get. And we're going to need, let's see, princesses. 149 princesses. We are going to need 18. All right, because that should be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 alvearies each. And we're going to go through and put a Rocky Princess in each of these. And after we put the Rocky Princess in each of these, we're going to put a stack of refined drones in here as well. And the stack of refined drones will cause the refined princess, the Rocky Princesses, if I can get this straight, the Rocky Princesses will be forcefully converted into refined bees. Okay, so in between episodes, I'm going to get this portal fixed so that it actually takes me back where it's supposed to go. We're going to probably break and replace these ender tanks because I don't think that they are correctly linked anymore. No, they're definitely not. Either that or this thing is not getting power. Either one's really possible. Let's see what happens when I do this. Nope. Well, no, the oil's not going. Oh, that's why. Here we go. Now it's pumping it out. Oh, yeah, there we go. That's what it was. These automatically reset to default, and their default is redstone mode high. So, wait a minute. Why did I just hear an explosion? Please tell me that this place has, that the mining dimension hasn't had meteors this whole time and I didn't know it. Wouldn't that be something? Teleport Honeycomb Hideout to the what I thought was the stable mining dimension, then have it get hit by a meteor? That's okay. I can actually fix that. If it turns out this is meteors, I will use the modular force field system to protect Honeycomb Hideout from meteors, because I will. I will not have to worry about my bees. They're too important to worry about. All right, so anyway, in between episodes, I'm going to get the bees back running. Should get them all converted into refined bees. It'll probably be several days between this episode and when I record the next one. So with the server running constantly now, these bees should be swapped out without any problems. The fact that this is also a permanent day dimension will means that they will run constantly as well. So no problems there. So yeah, that should be it. I believe we have now successfully moved Honeycomb Hideout. I believe that it is moved and will continue to function in its new location. I'll just have to make a couple of adjustments to get everything working right. So yeah, until next time, this is Jeronitis signing off on episode 107. Like me if you like me. Subscribe to see what craziness I get into next. And as always, help spread the gaming.